All right, everybody, welcome back to the channel. Excuse me for the bad recording volume. I'm on the Quest 3. It just has a low level. As you can see here, I'm in an immersive web experience. That means I'm on a web page. And something I'm completely obsessed about is Stormworks in VR. Stormworks is a block building application that is kind of loosely focused around search and rescue, but allows you to build amazing creations, ships, boats, airplanes, spaceship, even these days, with loads of interactions and loads of systems on board. And I've always found the game very immersive because you get into it, you're flicking switches and doing things on the ships. And I finally found a good way to get a model into VR. So I'm on a small ship here. I think it's called the MV Bannenberg. Sorry, I need to quote the creator in the comments. But it's a ship I found on Sketchfab. And I found that I thought I'd try to import it to Gravity Sketch. It didn't work. It didn't do the what you call the coloring here, the vector coloring, vertex coloring. But I found a way. So let's just take a look around first of all. So the first thing is I'm using a web app called Frame VR. So this is a little bit like Mozilla Hubs, but it's Frame VR has kind of overtaken Mozilla Hubs. And it allows you to import GLBs with vertex coloring, this kind of coloring that is really literally on the triangles. So that's the place where you can put it into VR. You just drag and drop it in there. There's a 20 megabyte limit, unfortunately, but if you pay, you can import bigger ones. I think it's like €10 a month. And the second thing is I was mucking about with Blender to try and export the ship. So as you know, if you've got a ship in your workbench, in the editor, you can press F11 and it'll export a PLY file. You then have to go into Blender, do all sorts of stuff. But what I found is if you upload it to Sketchfab, which you can get a free account for, it does the conversion for you. And after about 10 minutes, Sketchfab converts it into GLB, which is the format you need for Frame VR or a bunch of applications that allow you to view. So as you can see, this is a smaller vessel, but it's running completely fine on a Quest 3. I've got nothing else in this room. That's me recording there on my PC. But I'm using a Quest 3 standalone. And as you can see, I've got collision geometry here, so I can move around. And yeah, the Stormworks vessels feel great. As you can see, the height here, whatever blocks that is just big enough to stand inside. The windows are transparent, so I can see inside there, that little space. What I can't do is operate these buttons, active buttons in the game. But you can see there we've got all the painting on the pixels. And I can go through walls here. So every bit of coloring, the instruments there showing up. And this game is amazing because that winch will actually work in the game. And people are very creative about how they use the blocks to create different things like that. So we'll have a quick look inside. So I have to kind of literally just cheat and put that inside. So there you go. You see I've got lighting inside as well. I don't know what the basic lighting settings are, but you can see they've got these tinted windows, but the lighting works inside. So all the button panels show up, all the pixel painting that the creator's done have shown up properly. Here's my steering wheel. Nothing's interactive, but guys, wouldn't this be amazing if this were interactive in VR like this in a game? So here we go. Got little details here. So what's this? A little equipment area. We've got a little drawer there, some lighting, some switches, which won't work. I'm going to have to put my... All right, so I've probably teleported now into the engine room. Sorry about that. It's a bit hard to navigate. You can use Frame VR and just slide around as well. Actually, I don't know why that type of movement is not on. Engine room, you can see we've got a nice big engine in here. We've got our dials. We've got our equipment here, which you can put on in the game. Fire extinguishers, batteries, some pipes. And let's just try and... I'm going to have to take a risk here. Put myself as close as possible. And I'm going to have to stick my head through. There you go. So now I'm in this space here, which is the passenger space. This is very like the Keppel, which was a Caledonian McBrain cruise ferry, if you like. Just a passenger ferry that had this downstairs seating area, like a little lounge, if you like. And that was the companionway with a little galley kitchen in there, snack bar, and I'm assuming, if I can get myself over there, that this, if I don't stick my head, yeah, is a little head or toilet, nautical terms. So I've actually got my head against my light there, and I should be able to go upstairs. These would be light switches. So as you can see, it's using collision physics to allow me to teleport around. There's a couple of different modes. So now I'm back on the aft deck again, and it feels amazing to finally see Stormworks ships in VR and to see what they feel like to scale. And this is pretty good. So if you're making a ship in Stormworks, this is the path for you to explore them in VR in the easiest way on your Quest. You don't need to buy anything. You just need Sketchfab to upload and convert your models, and you need Frame VR. So it's Frame FRAME VR.io, and then you make a free account in there. You get 3 spaces. You import a GLB, and this is what you get. So I'm going to review all the ships now using this method. That's all for now. Cheers. Bye bye.